Hello, everyone. Welcome to my Facebook and YouTube Live. Great to see you here. Thanks for joining me. It's really good to be with you. I've been having a full day of crafting and just been enjoying creating. I hope you have had a great week and a great day today. We've had some lovely weather in Melbourne. Um, really sunny and quite warm, actually. I think we're getting a bit of a delayed summer here. So, thanks for joining me. My name is Rochelle, and I'm from Stamping Flow. I'm an independent Stamping Up demonstrator in Melbourne. So, if you need any help with your Stamping Up products and you don't have anyone who's currently helping you or servicing you, I'd be glad to help you um, with that. Today, I'm going to be sharing with you an Easter project. Easter's not that far away. It's just a little bit over a month, I think. Less than a month, actually. I know school holidays are not far away, so prepping for that. And I thought I'll create something with the daffodil stamp set, which we've had since last year. Uh, uh, the Daffodil Daydream. So I was late in getting this. I didn't get this right at the start. And in fact, I don't know whether you recall, we were able to get the dies first up at one stage where you could get the dies free. And so I got the dies free. I think it was a celebration offer or something like that where we could get the dies free. So I managed to get the dies first. And after that, I got the stamp set. And I've created something, and I think you might like it. It's a little bit of a quick cut and some quick coloring. And I've gone in a different colorway, which you would normally do for daffodils, and I hope you enjoy it. If you have any questions, please pop them on, or you can message me directly, and I can help you with any questions you may have about technique or products. Um, and please say hi to me. I'd love to know who's watching with me. Thanks for joining me. Once again, my name's Rochelle. So please comment as we go along. Just turn the camera around and give you a bit of a better view. This is the stamp set. So it's there's dies to cut these out. Plus the dies have lots of little where you can layer the make a daffodil without the stamp set. It's sort of layered dies. I haven't actually played with all that. I just like I'm not really into the too much fiddly stuff, so I've used the main dies and there's butterflies which are really cute, but you can really get into making those really 3D type of flowers, and I think that they look really cool. So we'll start off. I'm just gonna pull up what I've got. So I've got a basic white panel and another one just exactly the same size, which is just going to be my stamping piece. And I've got a blushing red cut base. So you can see we're going in a different sort of a colorway and trying something different. And I hope you like it. Might give you some inspiration because the yellows weren't really doing it for me with the daffodils. And you might be different, but it just maybe if I try something different, it might work. But I just wasn't feeling it, so I went with pink instead. So I'm going to be using this stamp. And you can use your Stamparator, so you can use one of our larger blocks. I am using this. This is the E block. That's the size it fits on. It's a larger block. And we'll stamp up in Tuxedo Black. So I'm going to go inking up with the stamp face up. So we'll get a better coverage because you want to make sure that that ink covers that up. And you can see it better. I'm not centering this more because I am going to be die cutting it. And I'm also going to stamp the butterfly while I've got it. And we'll do some coloring. So for the coloring, I have got Flirty Flamingo Stamping Blends and Old Olive. So those are the only two colors I'm using, and I'm going to do a fairly quick coloring with this. Now, if you are subscribed to my newsletter, you will get a tutorial of this. Now, you can still subscribe, and I send my main newsletter out on a Sunday evening. So you still have time. I do send newsletters throughout the week if there's other things I want to advise on, but your main newsletter comes out on a Sunday, and you will get your tutorial on a Sunday. So I'm adding the light Flirty Flamingo just on the petals here, and I'll go in with the dark in a second. You don't have to fully color an image to get a nice look. And basically just follow those lines, which is on the image, and it'll give you a nice look. It's already done for you. All the hard work Stampin' Up! The artists have created a beautiful product, so you just follow it. And then I'll drag that color back out. So it's not really a hard image to color. Plus, it has a sketch look. So leaving some white space is nice. Now I think I did this in pink, just so that there's some variation. Now, if there's any colors that you like in our range, I am recommending that you get it. There's going to be a color refresh, which will be announced on the 30th, and I will be advising you of it. But once that goes to or gets publicized, generally those will go. It's Stampin' Up's 35th anniversary, so we are having a color refresh. So some of our colors will be going. Plus, we have our regular in color refresh every year, so you get 5 new colors there as well. So I'm bringing in light Old Olive. If you are a regular follower of mine, you know this is not my regular way of coloring, but I'm just going with the flow of the stamp set. It's a very sketchy kind of set, so the strokes of my pen are just light. I'm not overly saturating that image. That's the dark Old Olive, and I will bring that in with the light. Just blend it in. Always do that. Find it gives a nicer look. This is under that sort of a shadow, so I'm making it a bit darker. But there's no right or wrong in coloring. So now we can go ahead and die cut that. I'll color in the butterfly as well. I'm just going to do that in the light flirty flamingo. For now. Hi, Beck. Thanks for joining me. You're hoping that baked brown sugar comes back? Yeah, that was a nice color actually. It's a nice brown. Well, I'm sure you won't have to buy the color because then you will have like 3 ink pads or something already, or refills. I'm not sure what I want to come back. Like I like that pink pirouette and the sky blue, but I'm trying to think of some of our old colors that in colors maybe that may come back. I don't know. There was that pistachio. Was it pistachio pudding? Was a nice green. Something pistachio. You have 3 ink pads. Yeah, I remember that pistachio. I really like that. And strawberry slush was a nice pink, like a brighter pink, but I probably prefer pink pirouette. So many colors we've had. I've kept quite a few of the in colors, I think. All right, so we've got that. Now for our background, which is just got just a basic white cardstock panel, and I am bringing in this stamp set, the artistically inked stamp set. Now I haven't used, like I used this a little bit when it first came out, but this image I really like. This creates, like, if you don't want to do like a lot of watercoloring, it gives you that effect of watercoloring, and it like it's great for backgrounds. So if you don't use even the flowers, that image is fantastic because it has that, it's like a distinctive image and it gives you that nice variation. And if you're not fond of the watercoloring, it can give you that effect. So I've got Blushing Bride. I'm just going to bring in some scrap. Make sure it's not too dark. No, it's very light, mine. Probably needs some inking. But it'll work for this one because I just want a light background. So I'm just doing that. And you can just a rough background. But it's really nice for that sort of effect. And if you prefer to stamp, this is the way to go, this stamp set. Because then if I do that, I put my image on there. It just looks really nice. It just gives that nice look. Then I've got some Flirty Flamingo. And we're going to use our dots in this Daffodil Daydream set. It's got some nice little dots. Hi, Krista. Good to see you. You forgot about the stamp in that watercolor look one, Beck? Yeah, sometimes, is that the one you're talking about? Yeah. I think sometimes when we get new product, we forget about the older stamp sets too. Now I'm going with Flirty Flamingo and just adding these little dots from the Daffodil Daydream. You can add any dots you've got. Dots are good. There's some in the Perched in a Tree stamp set. Just pick anything. But because we're using the Daffodil Daydream one, I'm using that. Now we have I'm using Easter Blessings, which is also from the Daffodil Daydream, as my sentiment. And we'll stamp that in Tuxedo Black. So you can pretty much do this in any colorway you like. If you like to do it in the yellows, you can. I'm just going to stamp this, but if you want a deeper image in the black, use your Stamparatus. And you can go over it. I have got that. That's just a piece of the Playing in the Rain DSP. I've just got a strip. Use any piece of scrap you've got, any size. It'll work. So you can stamp right over that. And glue. Just get some glue. I'm going to show you a card I received from a friend of mine in who I blog hop with, but she sent me a card using this Playing in the Rain DSP and this whole bundle. I only have the DSP. I don't have the bundle, but you can cut those images out. And I'll just show you to you now before I forget, because I'll forget. This is it. This is Lornie Spend Love Creative Juice with Lornie. She created this. It's a fun fold. And so basically all this is just the DSP. And this looks like from the stamp set. And then she's put one of the sentiments in there and the little turtle there. But isn't that nice? It's just a really cute little card. Yeah, so it is cute, isn't it? So that's a fun fold. I'll have to try that out. So that's something for me to try out, maybe with something I got. So back to my card now. We are going to be just adding this with dimensionals. I've got like a few bits of Happy Mail lately, and it's so nice because you can tell that it's a special one because everyone stamps the envelope, so you know, yep, it's a handmade card. So it encourages me to send Happy Mail out because it's always nice to get something in the mail like that. Then I have my little butterfly, which I'm just going to put one. Oh, I can put two little dimensionals, mini ones. What I've got is my Wink of Stella. So Wink of Stella is it's a glitter pen basically, but the good thing is that it dries really quick. So, and it will also drag your color with it. So in that sense, like, I don't know how much I've got left in this, but we'll try. I forget about it sometimes. So if you want to color with it, it can. That's why I didn't put color on the sides too much. It's a very fine shimmer, so it's hard to see like in photos and things when I do it. I'll try and lift it and show you. It's there. I don't know. It's very hard to see. But it's a very fine shimmer. But the good thing is you don't have to like wait too long. It'll dry very quickly. Now, for my, I'm just going to glue this on the card. For the inside of my card, all I'm going to do, I'll leave that for a sec to dry, is just put this background again, and we'll just mimic that front, and we'll do the same for the envelope. But I'm not going to color the image in, just sort of a black and white thing. You can color it in, but I don't think it's necessary. Sort of a silhouette. Or line art, I should say, not silhouette. So even like that, if you didn't want to color it, it just looks nice. That fun folder, I just saw your comment back. That's a nice fun folder. It looks quite easy to, like, you could replicate that quite easily, I think. Oops, I better cut that up. I gave my ink, what do you call? I'm going to cut this a bit smaller. I gave this a bit of a clean today because it was so gunky. My trimmer, it was terrible. Because sometimes I have glue on the edges of my cardstock or something, and then I'll cut it like with it. I don't fuss. And yeah, so I use like what I use is eucalyptus oil, and then I will go over sometimes with like the alcohol. This one, that. So, and with wet wipe, just gives it a bit of a clean off the gunky stuff. Now see that? I'm just going to cover that up, or try to at least, just with a bit of on the other side. Then it sort of covers it up, kind of. All right, we can stick that on. You can use designer series paper, whatever, if you want, whatever you're using. It's just a strip I've used, but you can use, repeat that inside. It's a bit like a cloud, isn't it? That stamp. My hands got stuck on it. It's got black ink on it. You should have seen me today. I was doing a scrapbook page because I'm always last minute, Larry. Didn't have to do a scrapbook page, but me in my wisdom thought it would be good to do a scrapbook page. So I sometimes think of what stamp set I'm using and decide what I'm going to do after. And then I thought, oh, why did I just think of that? But anyway, check out my blog tomorrow, see what I made. And I wasn't feeling it, and then it came out okay. Okay, now I got some linen thread. Take about like 60 centimeters. So I generally, for a bow, I will use 30. So I'm using like a double length. Thanks, Krista. You like the card? Love the colors? Yeah, the blushing bird's a nice color. And it's working well with the Flirty Flamingo. It's just a simple one if you want to do for Easter. So if you don't want to do 2 layers of the bow and just do 1, that's fine. I'll be very sad if this linen thread retires. It ties so well. It's like a staple for me, and I just love how it just sits like that. Well, no one knows what's going to retire, but we will soon. Sometimes it's the simple things that you really, really like when we had white twine, and that was like a staple in the craft room. And I'm just going to add that there. And for our embellishments, I'm using the solid faceted gems, and you can see I've used the light pink the most because that's nearly gone. But I'm trying not to buy any more in case they are going to go. So I am resisting. And I'm actually not sure whether this might be even petal pink, but it works. This guy is okay with that. So that's our card done for today. Fairly quick. We've done it in half an hour. The retirement list, I would say, because the catalogue for demonstrators is coming out on the 30th of March, Nolene. So the retirement list, I would say, will be coming out on that date by memory. And as soon as I know I will that we can give it out, I will put a newsletter post and a blog post. But yeah, if you see something there, make sure you get it straight away and don't wait, because once it's gone, it will be gone. One thing we do know, the in colors will retire from which are the 2021, 2023 ones. So I just used a different strip of paper there, same card, but exactly the same thing. So I hope you've liked that. Something easy for you if you had to make quite a few cards just to give the family. And if you don't, this might be the year to start making Easter cards, because that's what we like to do. And share with family what we make. There's an Easter bunny set as well, which you may like to create with. Which set is the sentiment from? Sorry, I just saw your comment, Krista. It's from so I'm using the Daffodil Daydream. So that's the sentiment is from that set. And yeah, it's good for Mother's Day too. It's got a nice sentiment. So it's a very simple stamp set in that set. It's not a busy set. but it's got a ton, like if you, I'm not sure whether you saw it, got a ton of other stuff you can do with the dies. Like you can layer them, I think they'll make great 3D flowers and like for pages and home decor stuff. It's really good because you can do those 3D flowers with that. But hope you've enjoyed that. I look forward to catching up with you next week. Yeah. You're halfway through March. I'm trying to think what day it is. I don't even know what day it is. Yeah. So have a great week, everyone. So please sign up for the newsletter if you want the tutorial. I will put that up. So main newsletter goes out on Sunday, so you'll get the tutorial then. And I will be sharing other stuff throughout the week. Thank you, everyone. Thanks for watching. Thank you for your time. Have a great week. See you. Bye-bye.